Welcome to Game 2 here at Seymour Smith Park for the last leg of our doubleheader here on Tuesday Night Baseball here on the Cornbelt League Network. I'm Ethan McCormick, joined alongside Alex Tietjen. And Alex, we saw a really good game in the last game.
Oh, yeah.
We saw a barn burner, a lot of late inning kind of drama, I guess you could say. A botched fly ball in the infield and a lot of hits and whatnot that happened in that last inning. Kind of what are you expecting from this this upcoming game?
You know, I really hope that it's a thriller, kind of like how we had earlier with like a little late comeback by the Filth Ballers, as the RailRiders are already into their third game. The Black Sox are going into their second game 0-1. Their last game for the RailRiders, the final score was 8-7 over the Royal Blue Dogs, who just played. And that game, they had a lead at the times and whatnot, but the Blue Dogs had 5 errors in that game and still somehow won. And it was just, they were looking for just a win, just hopefully in a great game for all of us. As the RailRiders in their first game, which was on Sunday against the Royal Blue Dogs again, they split the series. Between the Blue Dogs. 13-5 was the final score. A excellent start, and then falling to the game yesterday. But here they are today. Not a lot of rest, but unlike the Black Sox, but we expect to have a good game by both teams.
Like you said, the RailRiders split the weekend series against the Blue Dogs in a 1-1 series tie. The last game, however, they lost 7-8 to the Blue Dogs. That came last night. This time, the RailRiders have a different opponent. They're facing the Black Sox for their first time this season. The Black Sox are coming into their game 0-1, and they had their first loss come at the hands of the Filth Ballers, who we just saw in the last game earlier today. That was a 2-4 loss against the Filth Ballers in that game. In the first game of this Cornbelt League season, that was on Sunday. Both teams have some new head coaches this season. Head coach for the Black Sox is Vern Hasty in his first season. His assistant is Peyton Stockwell. And then for the RailRiders, Jonathan Francisco, who was a head coach here last year for the Red Raiders, is now the head coach for the RailRiders, and he's also the head coach as well for another team in the Cornbelt League, and his assistant coach is former Cornbelt League player Garrett Globe.
Oh, really?
So a lot of Cornbelt League movement, but also some familiar faces sticking around.
Yep. Sure thing to some of them have departed last year, but able to get some coaches coaching great guys, great teams from all of these colleges. Just great environment, great people, great community. For all of them coaching here this season.
Yeah, we got to give a quick apologies for the technical difficulties. The normal streaming software that we use for these games has gone down, so we are currently utilizing a basic stream. We hope you can enjoy the broadcast just as much as we're going to enjoy doing this game for you.
Oh, yeah.
Really proud of the crew up here who have been able to put in the hours to give you guys something to be proud of. Is some of the biggest things that we like to do is we like to broadcast Cornbelt League baseball up here. We're really proud of the product out on the field, and we want to be able to give you guys the product no matter what. So glad we could get this out there, and we once again apologize for the technical difficulties. Next time we broadcast, it will be back up and normal, and so we should have that running here in a couple days. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, starting lineups will be delivered to you, and we will get this thing started. Game 2 underway here in about 4 minutes right here on the Cornbelt League Network. Welcome back to beautiful Seymour Smith Park. The coaches are meeting with the umpires out on the mound. We've got some starting lineups for you. You know what that means. It is time for baseball here at Seymour Smith. Alex, if you want to kick things off with the RailRiders lineup, I'll give you guys the Black Sox lineup.
Thank you, Ethan. Batting first for the RailRiders, shortstop Peyton Blinn, followed by designated hitter Steven Machan. Batting third, center fielder Jack Schaefer. Batting fourth, right fielder Max Torres. Batting fifth, the center fielder Carson Chiprez. Batting sixth, the first baseman Miles Gardino. Batting seventh, the third baseman Kenneth Christensen. Batting eighth, behind the plate for the RailRiders, Troy Flowers. Batting ninth, the second baseman Nolan Chandler. Batting 10th, the designated hitter Joshua Cuniff. And on the mound tonight for the RailRiders is Tyler Elbrocht.
Sweet. Thank you, Alex. Your starting lineup for the Omaha Black Sox, who will be leading off today's game. They are the visiting team, so they will bat first. Leading off, the number one hitter, R.J. Gunderson. The infielder will be is from Morningside University. Batting second, number 15, Dylan Novotny, who is a do-it-all player for the Black Sox. Can get it done on the mound, can get it done out on the field. He'll be DHing today. Batting third, Nick DeMonte. He'll be manning the center field position. DeMonte hails from York University. Batting fourth, number 33, Aaron Archer. Aaron Archer will be the man behind the plate here today. Aaron Archer from Bluffton University. Batting fifth, number 19, Luke Saxton. Luke Saxton will be your starting shortstop for the Omaha Black Sox. Batting sixth, number 31, Caleb Horner. Horner will be your starting right fielder today. Batting seventh, number 8, Caben Stenbach. Stenbach will be your extra hitter. Batting eighth, number 34, Mitchell Baker. He'll be your first baseman for the Black Sox today. Batting ninth, number 29, Aiden Eklund. He'll be your third baseman. And then the brother to Aaron Archer, batting 10th, number 18, Robert Archer will be your starting second baseman. And then on the mound for the Black Sox today, making his first appearance of the 2023 campaign, Hunter Eckhoff. The pitcher from North Central Missouri College will get his debut in the 2023 Cornbelt season. We're about underway here as the starting pitcher for the RailRiders is finishing up his warm-up duties. As like Alex mentioned, number 8, Tyler Elbrecht from Arizona Christian University is getting the nod here today for the RailRiders. He has appeared in one game. He has one inning underneath his belt, giving up 1 hit, 3 earned runs, 1 hit batter with 3 walks and no strikeouts with a 4 whip to his name and a 21 ERA.
We'll see how he is on the mound starting rather than coming in to finish up a game.
The first pitch underway from game 2 of our doubleheader is high for ball 1 as the Black Sox look to get on the board here early. The Black Sox have yet to record a win in this 2023 campaign as the second pitch of the at-bat is swung on and missed, pushing the count to even at 1-1.
As you said, Black Sox are still looking to get their first victory after falling to the Filth Ballers in their opener. We'll see how they do with the RailRiders, who already played 2 games 2 days in a row. This is the 3rd day they're playing in a row, so we'll see how they will play against guys with fresh legs that are already amped up.
As R.J. Gunderson takes strike 3 a little bit outside, did not like the call, but nonetheless, that's going to be the first punch-out for Tyler Elbrecht as he gets his first punch-out of the 23 campaign. Now Dylan Novotny will step up to the plate. He is a great pitcher, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 1 ERA with 5 strikeouts, posting a 2.19 ERA. His first pitch to Dylan Novotny is high and outside for ball 1.
As you said in pregame, Dylan Novotny is a do-it-all player. Right now he is DHing for the Black Sox today, but as you said, he is a fantastic player on the mound.
As he takes the second pitch in there for strike 1, a nice slider making its way across the plate, tying the count up at 1-1. Elbrecht working fast in the windup. The pitch is on its way. In there for strike 2. Elbrecht working the zone here early against the Black Sox. Novotny is now down 1-2. Novotny looks for the 1-2.
Trying to find this on the 7th pitch.
The pitch fouled off just off the plate. Novotny does a good job at staying alive, and the count stays at 1-2. Got a good crowd on hand here today. As fans are drawing support from around the metro area to support these young men, as we have got a great matchup on hand here from Seymour Smith Field at J.J. Isaacson Field. The payoff 1-2. Swung on, hit right back to Elbrecht, and he will just walk that one over to first base. And the RailRiders have 2 quick outs here in the top half of the first.
Great job right after the pitch, just to easily see the ball coming right at him and to get out number 2 off the 1-3.
Score that one a 1-3 Elbrecht to Gardino. As pitchers can field too. Pitchers do get gold gloves in the MLB.
That is true. It's amazing.
Long are the days that pitchers get silver sluggers, though. They don't get them anymore now because of the universal DH.
Oh, yeah.
As Nick DeMonte steps up to the plate, sporting the pink bat, gets a bunt down, but it is foul. Nick DeMonte might be one of the fastest young men on this team.
Oh, really?
And he is a very talented player for this Black Sox team.
He had 1 hit in the game against the Filth Ballers on Sunday. He got on base 3 times with 2 base on balls as well. So we'll see if he can continue his stride.
Very talented hitter. Like mentioned, Nick DeMonte's got a nice pink bat.
Oh,
it kind of sticks out. It's almost like a pink highlighter sticking out there.
And he's not wearing gloves either.
The 0-1. In there for strike 2. Tyler Elbrecht. Everything seems to be clicking so far for Tyler Elbrecht. He has the potential to go 3 up, 3 down.
He's throwing a lot of strikes in his zone.
The 0-2 payoff pitch. Just off the plate in the dirt.
Yeah, that's not in the zone.
Good job by Troy Flowers on knocking that one down before it gets to the backstop. The 1-2 payoff from Elbrecht. Catches the outside part of the plate, and Tyler Elbrecht and the RailRiders go 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first. The Black Sox get their chance to put down the RailRiders 3 up, 3 down. This is the Cornbelt League Network right here on YouTube. Electric top half of the first for the RailRiders, and they look to keep things going as they take the plate here in the bottom of the first. Let's highlight the starting pitcher, however, for the Black Sox. Hunter Eckhoff will be getting the nod today here for Vern Hesty and the Black Sox. Eckhoff has not appeared in a game yet this year, as he is from North Central Missouri College, and he gets the nod.
Yep, will be making his Cornbelt League debut here at J.J. Isaacson Field. We had a quick 1-2-3 inning, in the top of the first. He'll look to do the same, I assume.
And if you were looking at a roster and you're noticing, hey, there's no number 22 on the roster, it looks like Hunter Eckhoff has changed his jersey. As we get our stats from Game Changer, and Game Changer is still showing Hunter Eckhoff, but On the roster, it shows that he is number 17. There's no 22. So he must have changed his jersey in the meantime as the throw down from the catcher. Standard procedures. As we get the RailRiders and Peyton Blinn leading things off for the RailRiders here in the bottom half of the first. And beautiful Seymour Smith. Beautiful night here. The sun's setting. And it is a perfect night.
Yeah, temperature's going down, thankfully. It was so hot that we had to put our cameras in the mini fridge.
Yeah, that was something. If you saw our mini fridge about 45 minutes ago, it was so hot we had to put our camera equipment in there.
Yeah, that was not ideal.
As the right-hander, first pitch of the inning is high but in there for strike one. The umpire with a little late call, but that must have just snuck in the zone for strike one.
I've seen some fair calls behind the plate tonight. That one could be questionable, but who knows?
As the 0-1 misses high and outside for ball one, Peyton Blinn is having himself a decent start to the year. Peyton Blinn residing from Indiana University, Purdue University, Columbus. Say that 3 times fast. Peyton Blinn is starting this season off with a .667 average, 1 RBI and 1 double to his resume. As the left-handed hitter, and Blinn gets ready for the 1-1. 1-1 swung on and missed. A little late was Blinn as the count now moves ahead to 1-2.
Blinn only had a 1 at-bat in yesterday's game, but he did have 4 hits and 1 RBI, so he hit in the Sunday's game, so that was a great start for his season.
As the 1-2 is way outside for ball 2. Good job by the man behind the plate, Aaron Archer, on stopping that one. As Robert Archer and Aaron Archer, like mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, are brothers. They both make their way from Ohio to Omaha in the Cornbelt League. The 2-2. Low and inside, kind of in the dirt for ball 3, and we have a full count after Peyton Blinn started 0-2 and was able to work back to 3-2.
Way to work up the pitch count as well.
The full count payoff pitch. Eckhoff comes set, comes sturdy. On its way just outside for ball 4. Nice at bat for Blinn as he drives a 6-pitch walk to start the game off for the RailRiders.
Good job getting on his familiar friend, and that is first base, he reached first base 4 times in Sunday's game. Now Steve Matchin up, the designated hitter.
This Matchin, like you mentioned, Blinn gets a leadoff and Matchin scores one into the center field, but Nick DeMonte gets underneath that one for the quick first pitch out. And the RailRiders tally the Black Sox tally their first out of the ball game as Matchin scored at 1 out to center field. Blinn stays where he's at. We've still got runners on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Matchin got all of that one.
Yeah, that looked good. That was a good hit, a good swing of the bat, but great job to put the squeeze on it.
As we see Jack Schaffer step up to the plate. Schaffer has not recorded a hit so far this year, as he has taken 6 plate appearances. He does have an RBI to his name, and that RBI came on a hit by pitch as Peyton Blinn is off. Great jump by Peyton Blinn. Peyton Blinn is in there for the stolen base. That would be his 3rd stolen base of the year.
Wow. That's what you said right before he went up to bat, is he had great speed, arguably one of the best speed on this team, and he's showing it right now with that stolen base.
The 0-2 just fouled off by Schaffer, and the count will stay at 0-2. Runners move to second on the stolen base by Peyton Blinn. We got runners on second with 1 out here as the RailRiders go put the Black Sox down 3 up, 3 down in the top half of the first. Then they look to keep the momentum going here in the bottom of the first. The 0-2 payoff pitch from Eckhoff. Comes set, looks back, Blinn. Strides towards home plate as Schaefer pops one up to the first baseman. He lost it for a second, but Baker pulls that one in for the 2nd out of the inning.
No fly ball drops in the infield, unlike what we saw last game.
Like you said, you don't want to see any. You don't want to see any drops as Mitchell Baker from Grandview University corrals that one for the second out of the ball game. As Max Torres steps up to the plate and he waves at the first pitch of the at-bat. It was a little high, but waves at it anyway, making the count 0-1.
Brought all of his power on that swing.
As the 0-1 is sky high, and we're going to see Eklund camp underneath that one, and the Black Sox get one run on no runs, no hits, one man left on base for the Black Sox as we go to the top half of the second. Black Sox and RailRiders still knotted at 0 right here on the Cornbelt League Network. Welcome back to Seymour Smith Park at J.J. Isaacson Field, and we go to the top of the second, still knotted at 0 apiece as the Black Sox had a runner in scoring position and the RailRiders had a runner in scoring position and Peyton Blinn, but not able to pull that one across the board as Aaron Archer lead things off here for the Black Sox. Aaron Archer coming in from Ohio, like I said, coming in from Bluffton University out of Bluffton, Ohio.
Along with his brother Robert Archer, the second baseman, batting 10th.
As Archer doesn't seem to want to commit to the swing, but does so anyway and falls behind in a quick 0-1 count. As the 0-1 gets ready to on its way from Elbrecht, and it is just outside for ball one, knotting the count up at 1 apiece. Like mentioned, a beautiful night here at the ballpark. You can't ask for really better weather.
No, you simply cannot.
As the 1-1 is skied sky high to Torres in right field. He's got a beat on it, and it corrals it in for out number one. A 3-pitch out for Aaron Archer as the RailRiders get their first out of the top of the second. Now batting for the Black Sox from Ellsworth Community College, Luke Saxton. Luke Saxton from Ellsworth Community College gets his first at-bat. The big right-hander takes the pitch from Elbrecht. High for ball one. Saxton has not made an appearance.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was looking at the stat sheet, and he was not to be seen.
So he takes ball two high and inside.
His first at-bat of the year.
This is the type of at-bat where you kind of want to set the tone.
Oh,
you know, your first at-bat, a hit or even anything, a walk could really set the tone for the rest of your season.
Sure, absolutely.
Saxon gets the 2-0, takes strike one right down the middle. Excuse me, that should be, the count, my bad, 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1, I thought that was should be 2-1, my bad. As the 1-1 is skied high, as Flowers is not able to get to that ball in time. Lost it in the sky. You know, that's a tough play for your catcher.
Yeah.
He's got to rip that mask off
Yeah,
It's kind of hard for the catcher to track that down.
Yeah, I see that in the pros, in the majors, and like looking back. I mean, I never played catcher,
Right.
but like it's not an easy job. Arguably one of the hardest jobs to play on the field.
As the 1-2 payoff pitch here from Elbrocht. The delivery misses high and outside, knotting the count up at 2 apiece. I asked Sam this question on Sunday, and I'm asking you the same question. What's your favorite way to cool down during the summer?
Oh, just honestly, just with a nice, cool refreshment, water, Coke, you name it, and just sitting at home.
I was right, as that is a walk
Yeah.
for Luke Saxton, as we had some misinputs from our PA guy up here.
Thanks, Connor.
As that was a walk from Luke Saxton.
Well, we were debating. We thought it was ball 4, or ball 3 rather, as it looks over to first.
As we see an attempted pickoff from
Oh,
Albrecht.
wow.
We are giving Connor Shelton a hard time.
Wow, Eddie's not happy with us.
Hey, the do-it-all man Connor Shelton can't really do it all. As
Runner goes.
Saxton is off. The great jump from Saxton, and he's going to be in there with the stolen base. Saxton gets his first stolen base in his first appearance of the year.
Oh.
Saxton showing off that speed early.
Yeah.
That was a great jump. As we see a meeting of the minds out on the play, out at the mound, as Elbrecht and Flowers go out there to talk to each other.
Yep.
As Troy Flowers from Hope International University is the man behind the plate here for the RailRiders.
This might be his first at-bat, too.
As Horner, you are correct, gets his first at-bat of the year, and he draws a quick 2-0 count. Black Sox have a runner in scoring position for the first time this game, as Luke Saxton with a stolen base 2 pitches ago. As there's one out in the top half of the second, and the Black Sox could strike early. The 2-0 pitch. In there for strike 1 as Horner takes a strike down and away, as Albrecht has been able to utilize that fastball pretty much all over the place.
Yep. He had 2 strikeouts in the last inning. Looking to do more here. One looking, one swinging.
The 2-1 outside and high for ball 3. And Horner could have have runners on first and second here early for the Black Sox. As we see the 3-1, and it is in the dirt for ball 4.
Yep.
We got runners on first and second now. And up to the plate steps up Caben Stenbach from Newman University. Caben is batting .333 on the year and 3 plate appearances. Yet he has a hit and an RBI. He's also drawn a walk.
Sure has.
As the righty-on-righty matchup with 1 out, runners on first and second. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Just caught the outside half of the plate. And Caben is asking where that pitch is located. And the umpire tells him it's outside. The 0-1.
Still looking at second.
As that ball is fouled, it's still able to be caught as Gardino was hauling down the line to get to that ball.
Racing for it.
He was hauling down the line to get to that ball.
Just out of the reach.
As Miles Gardino out of West Valley College, that might have been a record 40-yard dash time for him to get to that ball. Nonetheless,
great hustle.
Yeah, nonetheless, we'll do 0-2 here with 1 out. Lucas Saxton and Horner leading off of second and first, respectively. Corners playing in for the RailRiders. The 0-2 payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled down the right field line once again, and we will repeat 0-2.
Yeah, nobody racing from first right field to go get that one. That was hit off the wall.
As Curtis Flint for the RailRiders is doing the honors of retrieving that ball down the line.
Yep.
The 0-2 is down and away for ball one. It'll be interesting to see if Stenbrock can work his way back from 0-2 down and see if he can get ahead or get a base knock here.
Try to work ahead as they're coming up on about 30 pitches.
The 1-2 from Elbrocht. Swung on and grounded down the third. Third baseman just steps on the bag, throws an absolute dart over to first. Nice pick by Miles Gardino, and the RailRiders get a 5-3 unassisted double play to end the inning as Knick Christensen gets a nice ground ball, steps on third, throws a ball over to first, and the nice pick by Miles Gardino results in no damage done for the Black Sox. No runs on no hits and 2 men left on board for the Black Sox, and we go down to the bottom of the second, still knotted at no apiece. Welcome back to the bottom half of the second here at Seymour Smith Park, and the RailRiders will see Carson Chiprez, Miles Gardino, and Knick Christensen step up to the plate. We saw Knick Christensen and Miles Gardino pull off a nice 5-3 unassisted double play.
Oh, yeah.
And Miles Gardino picked one out of the dirt, and it looked like a thing of beauty. As we see the first pitch from Eckhoff, grounded over to third. Nice play by Eklund, and he delivers the ball in time. One pitch, one out for the Black Sox here in the bottom half of the second.
Easy play by the Black Sox defense just to get the easy 5-3.
As we see Miles Gardino step up to the plate here. Miles Gardino has not recorded a hit, but has appeared in both the games for the RailRiders, as he takes strike one in there, push the count to 0-1. Miles Gardino, a first baseman, outfielder, utility man out of West Valley College. The 0-1. Catches the outside part of the plate. Beautiful pitch from Hunter Eckhoff, and he's up early, 0-2. The lefty Gardino gets ready for the 0-2 payoff. Eckhoff comes set, delivers. Swung on. Little blooper between the 5 and 6 hole. As Lucas Saxton does a great job on getting over there and filling that gap. We've had 4 pitches and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second for the Black Sox.
Gardino had 2 RBIs, and on Sunday's game wasn't able to get one there, obviously, but see how the game progresses for him after the bloop shot out to the shortstop.
Hunter Eckhoff has had in his 6 batters, in the 6th batters that he's faced, has had 6 first pitch strikes.
Wow.
He's been very efficient starting the at-bat. Make that 7 as he starts the count at 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouled right back into the netting.
Did I get stuck?
Oh, that got stuck. It got stuck in the netting. We need a camera. Hey, that's something that doesn't happen very often. The ball is stuck in the netting.
Wow.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on to right field as Horner gets back. Does not able to get to that one as Knick Christensen gets the first hit of the ball game on a little bloop single down the right field line. As you can see, there's the ball stuck in the netting.
Oh, my gosh.
Great job by our camera people on getting that one up there on your screen for you.
Wow.
Man.
Just chilling there.
That's just chilling. That's a
seat.
ball that's just chilling.
Best seat in the house.
Best seat in the house.
Oh, man.
Best seat in the house. Are we going to charge that ball for admission? I mean, that is something. As Troy Flowers,
We got a runner.
As Troy Flowers steps up to the plate, and he fouls the first one back, making it 0-1. Connect Christensen leading off of first.
Well, our PA guy just said return all foul balls to the first or third base dugout. Well, how are we going to get that one?
I don't think we're going to get that ball back. Yeah, that's got to be worth like a couple. As Connect Christensen almost gets picked off right there, as the quick move from Henner Eckhoff almost caught Christensen sleeping at first. Troy Flowers, like mentioned, up to the plate here. Troy Flowers has appeared in one game, has not recorded a hit yet, as he takes strike 2 in there, and Hunter Eckhoff is working efficiently so far in this one. Both pitchers have worked pretty efficiently.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. With the count 0-2.
The 0-2 payoff pitch from Eckhoff. Christensen leading off of first. In the dirt, good job by Aaron Archer on using his body to block that one, keeping the ball in play at 1-2. As the 1-2 is on its way, and it beams Troy Flowers in the back. Hard 90s for Troy Flowers and the RailRiders. That walk puts runners at first and second here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Now batting for the RailRiders, the second baseman today for the RailRiders, number 13, Noah Chandler from Anoka Ramsey Community College. That's based out of Coon Rapids, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
The infielder today for the RailRiders.
2 at-bats looking for his first hit.
As he fouls the first one back into the backstop. So we've got Connect Christensen leading off a second, Troy Flowers leading off a first here in the bottom of the second here at beautiful Seymour Smith Park. If you have not made it out to a game, totally 100% recommend making it out to a game.
Absolutely.
Beautiful ballpark, very well maintained. As Hunter Eckhoff comes set with the 0-1. Goes home with it as another foul back by Nolan Chandler.
That did not get stuck.
That did not get stuck, and someone will get a free piece of bubble gum for that ball retrieval. The only question I have is, can I get a free piece of bubble gum? I want a free piece of bubble gum. As the 0-2 is on its way from Eckhoff in the dirt once again, as we see runners off, Connect Christensen stole third. Troy Flowers stole second. That's a classic double steal. Good read by Connect Christensen and Troy Flowers. Now we got runners on third and second, and 2 outs here for Nolan Chandler.
Perfect opportunity for Nolan Chandler because an easy single could very well get 2 runs on the board.
As Nolan Chandler gets the 0-2, just low, does not miss by much. Hunter Eckhoff thought that was a strike. He started strutting off the mound. As we will do the 2-strike pitch once again.
Yeah, Eckhoff is looking to end this one after getting back against the walls.
The 2-2. Swung on up the middle. That ball will drop. We will see our first runner of the ball game as Chandler gets one to drop. The runner comes home. A 2-out, 2 RBI single for Nolan Chandler. Breaks the game open for the RailRiders, and the RailRiders put 2 runners across in the bottom.
For the RailRiders.
As the 2-0 is down there. As we see Nolan Chandler leading off of first. Nolan Chandler with the clutch 2-out, 2 RBI single between the center and right field gap. The 2-0 on its way. As it will be in there just a little bit off the plate for 2-1. As Cuniff is getting his 5th plate appearance of the year. He has not recorded a hit yet. The 2-1. In the dirt, it gets away from Archer, and we'll see Nolan Chandler move up 90 feet to second base. putting another runner in scoring position for the RailRiders.
That's something you can't have if you're the Black Sox. They had 2 outs with no one at base at one point this inning, and it's immediately turned as with 2 guys scoring.
As an absolute hot shot makes its way into Saxton Glove, and he delivers the nice ball over to Mitch Baker. 2 runs on 2 hits, and the RailRiders break this thing open in the bottom half of the second. Black Sox look to respond here in the top of the third right here on the Cornbelt League Network.
Keep zooming out.
We are live back as we have a group of young fans here at Seymour Smith trying to get a ball that was stuck in the fence in the last inning. They're getting close. Let's see. They made contact with the ball. They're getting real close.
I could care less about the game. Let's try to get this.
Oh, they're almost there. Come on now.
Here we go.
Almost there. As Mitch Baker steps up to the plate here for the Black Sox in the top half of the third. We're going to keep track on this.
It's going to get hard to get back on the game.
Mitchell Baker steps up to the plate here for the Black Sox. Mitch Baker is going to be getting his first at-bat of the year. The first pitch slider is not in there, and it'll be a 1-0. The 1-0 to Baker. Almost nicks him. That was cold, strike one. That ball almost hit Mitch Baker inside. The umpire thought, you know what, we'll call that a strike anyway, as the count's tied up at 1-1.
Okay.
So Mitch Baker grounds that one to third. Is not able to get brought in by Blinn, as Christensen and Blinn corralled on the ball at the same time. Both could not get to it. Be interesting to see how that is ruled, if it'll be a hit or an error, as we still have not had an official ruling. The official ruling from the scores man, Connor Shelton, rules that one a hit, as Mitch Baker gets his first hit of the year.
On his first at-bat.
And we've got a runner on first here as the Black Sox look to respond to the RailRiders getting 2. As the first pitch to Eklund is outside for ball 1.
As you said, Ethan, the Black Sox, I think their mindset is just to get back in this game. A 2-0 deficit is easy to overcome, but you got to work for it, obviously.
As we've got a 1-0 count. Nice little crowd filing in here at Seymour Smith. Runners on first. The 1-0 is fouled down the third base line. That'll push the count at Fish Sticks, 1-1.
Fish Sticks, never heard of that.
As Mitch Baker leads off of first. Mitch Baker from Grandview University is your starting first baseman today for the RailRiders, or excuse me, the Black Sox. Aiden Eklund takes ball 2. If you're just now tuning in, I'm Ethan McCormick, joined alongside Alex Tietjen. We've had a lot of action here so far, as the RailRiders were able to get 2 runs on 2 hits in the bottom half of the second after a nice hit from Nolan Chandler up the middle, brought in 2 for the RailRiders. As the 2-1 is swung on and missed, and Mitch Baker
Runner's
is
gonna
off,
go.
and he'll be in there for his first stolen base of the year as the second stolen base of the day for the Black Sox, and they have runners in scoring position.
I don't think he really went that fast as well. I mean, it
was just a good jump.
Yeah, he was obviously going full speed, but that nice little jump, and it took a while for the catcher to get that over to second.
As Tyler Elbrecht gets ready to deliver the 2-2, the stride, the delivery, it's in the dirt. Nice stop by Troy Flowers, keeping that one from hitting the backstop. As Aiden Eklund has worked a full count here. Mitch Baker leading off at second. No outs, top of the third here as the Black Sox look to respond after the RailRiders put 2 on in the bottom of the second. The delivery from Elbrecht. Down and away for ball 4, and Aiden Eklund draws the walk, and it'll be runners on first and second. Mitch Baker at second, and Aiden Eklund, after just drawing the walk, will lead off at first.
Now at the bottom of the order with Robert Archer, the second baseman, up to the plate.
The brother of Aaron Archer, Robert Archer, attends a different university. Robert Archer attends University of Northwestern Ohio.
Oh, I see.
The right-hand hitter takes strike one low, counts 0-1. As we see a meeting out of the minds as Troy Flowers goes out to talk to Tyler Elbrecht, as we still have not gotten that ball out of the fence. The ball is still stuck in the fence.
We saw kids go up on try to knock it down, but I think they might.
I think we should see our PA guy Connor Shelton go up and climb that fence.
I think so too. How about first person to get that knocked down gets free bubble gum for life?
As the 1-0 hit up the middle, corralled by Tyler Elbrecht. He goes to second for 1 and to first for 2. Beautiful double play for the RailRiders. Score that one, a 1-4-3 double play as Elbrecht goes to Chandler. Chandler with the nice turn to Gardino at first, and that'll be 2 down, but Mitch Baker does move to third on the double play. So a runner stays in scoring position as we see the top of the order as R.J. Gunderson steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout in his first at bat.
Well, as you said earlier, Ethan, and how major league pitchers could get gold gloves, and that's the reason why with nice plays like that for the easy 1-4-3.
As R.J. Gunderson fouled the first ball back into the net. 0-1, Mitch Baker leads off a third. The 0-1, high and inside. That's sweet chin music for R.J. Gunderson. Now, R.J. Gunderson's a do-it-all guy. He can play every position but pitch. They have him listed as an infielder, outfielder, and catcher. The 1-1, swung high and missed as R.J. Gunderson is down 1-2. That ball climbed the ladder.
Yeah, it sure did. And it was a nice fastball, too.
Lively fastball from Tyler Elbrecht as he's in his third inning of work. The 1-2 just misses off the plate. That's a tough call for Tyler Elbrecht, and it is knotted up at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The payoff pitch from Elbrecht. Swung on, fouled straight off the catcher's mask. Got to hope that he's okay. Actually, that fouled off the umpire, I believe. As they're trying to find the ball. As that could be kind of a scary situation. As the 2-2 payoff pitch once again from Elbrecht. As fans continue to file into the ballpark. As Elbrecht comes from the windup. The delivery. The curveball in there for strike 3. The filthy curveball from Tyler Elbrecht keeps the Black Sox scoring at bay. No runs on 1 hit for the Black Sox. They do not get a run across as the RailRiders go to the bottom of the third looking to tack onto their lead right here on the CBLN. Welcome back to Seymour Smith as leading off the bottom of the third inning, Peyton Blinn, the leadoff hitter for the RailRiders, the lefty who had a walk in his first at-bat and later went on to steal second as he looks to add to the lead for the RailRiders.
As you said earlier, one of the fastest guy on this team.
As Peyton Blinn takes ball one low. Like mentioned earlier, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We do not have our normal stream, but we've been able to piece together a nice little broadcast for you thanks to our amazing crew up here in the Cornbelt League Network as Peyton Blinn takes ball 2 outside, making it 2-0. As Eckhoff works from the stretch on the 2-0. The delivery. In there for strike 3. Ball caught the inside part of the edge. Strike one, as Blinn did not agree with the call. On your screen is Eckhoff as he comes to the stretch for the 2-1. Swung on, fouled up, in play for Gunderson. Gunderson coasts and gets that one corralled in for out number 1 for the Black Sox.
The swing there, that pitch was a little high up the zone. I think hard swing up there, and it just fell right into the glove of Gunderson.
As Stephen Matchin steps up to the plate. Matchin is 0 for 1 with a fly out to Nick DeMonte in center field in his last at-bat in the bottom of the third. The pitch from Eckhoff catches the outside part of the plate, starting the count at 0-1. I'm Ethan McCormick, Alex Tietjen, bringing you all the baseball action on the Cornbelt League Network.
It's great to be on here.
As the 0-1 pitch is not in there for strike 1. Instead, it's in there for ball 1. As Eckhoff, the 1-1. Does not catch the lower half of the zone. It's in there for ball 2, pushing the count to 2-1. 1 out. That 1 out came on a pop fly to R.J. Gunderson off the bat of Peyton Blinn. Matchin, the 2-1 pitch. Fouls that one straight back into play, and someone's going to be getting free bubble gum.
I was about to say heads up. Oh, someone's racing for it. The ball is still stuck in that one ball is still stuck in the fence, by the way.
Yes, our update on the ball, it's still stuck in the fence as the 2-2 from Eckhoff is going to be fouled away as Machin does a good job of staying alive, keeping the count at 2-2. Someone is going to be getting a hefty amount of bubble gum if they can get that ball out of the fence. The ball's gone?
Wait, the ball's gone? Wait, who took it down?
Man, the ball has magically disappeared, folks. We do not know what happened to that ball.
Well, if I didn't see it, I don't know.
As the 2-2 misses high, pushes the count to full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here for Stephen Matchin as the RailRiders look to tack on to their already 2-0 advantage. Nonetheless, Hunter Eckhoff has been impressive here today. The full count pitch in the dirt for ball 4. Nice at bat from Stephen Matchin, and the RailRiders get their first base runner of the inning. As now batting for the RailRiders, the center fielder today for the RailRiders from Simpson College, number 30, Jack Schaefer, steps up to the plate.
He's 0 for 1.
He flew out to Mitch Baker in his first at-bat, and he fouls the first pitch back into the netting. 0-1.
Still looking for his first hit this season.
As we see the defense take shape here for the Black Sox. Like mentioned earlier, it is just an ideal night at the ballpark. You can't ask for a better night to bring your family to Seymour Smith and experience some Cornbelt League baseball.
Awesome.
As the 0-1 is fouled about 2 miles in the air as Aaron Archer calls off his defense and brings that one in for the second out of the inning. Great play by Aaron Archer coming from behind the plate, throwing that mask off and getting the second out for the Black Sox.
Great job, great awareness. As I said earlier in the show, it's not easy for the catcher to look straight up or look around trying to find a pop fly around his area, and he did a great job.
Max Torres steps up to the plate, the young outfielder from California Miramar University, as he takes strike one. Max Torres flew out to third base in his last at-bat in the bottom half of the first. Eckhoff comes set. Runner goes. And he will be in there. Close play at second as Stephen Matchin showed off the wheels, got in there safely for the stolen base.
We've seen a lot of stolen bases today, and we have yet to see one get someone caught stealing.
That is Matchin's first stolen base of the 2023 campaign. That puts a runner in scoring position with an 0-1 count as Torres grounds the ball. A little slow roller for Eklund. Eklund gets the ball, delivers it not in time as Torres and the speedy runner flies down the line, beats the throw. But Matchin does move to third, so we got runners at the corners here for the RailRiders and 2 outs. Max Torres showed off the wheels right there on that.
Yeah, he did. Great job to see an infield hit. Shows how quick he is.
There's a lot of speed in the Corn Belt, I feel like, this year. I feel like there's a lot of guys that have some wheels. We are going to see Carson Chiprez, who grounded out to the third baseman in his last at-bat, and he takes ball one high. Chiprez from Southeastern Community College.
In Beatrice, I think.
I believe so. Southeastern Community College is based out of West Burlington, Iowa. As he takes ball 2. I think you're thinking of a different community college. I think there's a couple Southeastern community colleges.
Isn't there one in Beatrice?
There's also one in Iowa.
Are you talking Southeastern or Southeast?
Southeastern.
That's different. I don't know where that is.
Southeastern Community College is based out of West Burlington, Iowa.
Okay.
Southeastern and Southeast.
I know there's like that one light blue logo. And
2-0. It struck well to deep left field, going back, and that ball will be corralled in on the warning track as Chiprez got every bit of that ball, but R.J. Gunderson was able to corral it in for the Black Sox, and the Black Sox get out of that inning with no damage done to their resume. No runs on 1 hit for the RailRiders in the bottom half of the third, and we go to the top of the fourth, still with the RailRiders lead at 2-0. Three. Welcome back to Seymour Smith Park in the top of the fourth as the Black Sox look to once again chip away at the RailRiders lead. Due up here for the Black Sox in the top of the fourth. Novotny, DeMonte, and Archer as Elbrecht goes back on the bump for his 4th inning of work. Elbrecht has been very impressive today.
Sure has.
Elbrecht in his 3 innings has not allowed a run, has 1 hit, and his defense has 0 errors behind him.
That is true.
Quality defense on display here for the RailRiders.
Yep, they're making it look like clockwork as he has 3 strikeouts as well. 2 of them coming are coming by R.J. Gunderson from the Black Sox. Continuing to on a roll. Let's see if he can continue here in the 4th.
So we're going to see Dylan Novotny, like mentioned, step up to the plate. Novotny in his last at-bat grounded out to the pitcher. Novotny gets ready to start his second at-bat of the ball game. That is a slider inside and high for ball one. The 1-0 pitch from Elbrecht. It's fouled straight back, and Novotny ties the count up at 1 apiece.
That did not get stuck in the fence. Thank you, Mike, for getting my joke.
As the count is 1-1, top of the fourth. Thank you for tuning in here on the Cornbelt League Network, as it is a spectacular night for baseball here at Seymour Smith. The 1-1 pitch, just outside for ball two. The 2-1 pitch from Elbrecht to Novotny. And Novotny fouls it down the right field line and out of play, pushing the count to 2 apiece. Both teams feature a lot of out-of-state talent.
Yeah.
Both states feature a wide range of states represented.
Yep.
As we see Elbrecht, who has pitched very well today, deliver the 2-2 pitch, and it catches the outside part of the plate, and he rings up Dylan Novotny looking, and that is going to be the first out of the inning for the RailRiders.
Great job there to get his 4th strikeout of the game. He is continuing to do what he does best.
I have to agree, as the young pitcher from Arizona Christian University has been dealing so far here today. The first pitch is sky to deep left field, going back. That ball will hit off the fence as DeMonte rounds first, and he'll cruise into second with a 1-out. First pitch double off the wall, and the Black Sox mean business here in the top of the fourth.
Well, there you go. That's exactly what you need if you're the Black Sox. You're down 2-0, and you get your second hit of the ball game. Great job with a runner in scoring position now.
As, like Alex said, runner in scoring position with 1 out here, as DeMonte got a hold of that one, and Aaron Archer steps up to the plate, the catcher today for the Black Sox.
DeMonte's second hit on the year.
Archer is 0 for 1 with a flyout to right field, as we see a meeting out of the minds as Miles Gardino and Troy Flowers go out to talk to their starting pitcher. We do not see the head coach for the RailRiders, Jonathan Francisco, go out to talk to him. It's just a meeting amongst the players. Black Sox also have someone warming up in the bullpen. Black Sox have Jackson Yeager warming up in their bullpen.
The RailRiders have someone up as well.
As Aaron Archer skies one into center field, that ball will drop for a base hit.
There we go.
We got runners at the corners here as we see a fumble at the mound, and we see Elbrecht go down.
He makes his way up. Okay.
We have to hope that he's okay.
Oh.
As he gets up on his own power, he's got a little bit of a wobble and a limp in that right knee, and he looks to walk it off.
I was wondering why.
This would not be good for the RailRiders. As got to look in at the RailRiders bullpen as they have number 31. They have number 31, Curtis Flint from Dakota State University warming up in their bullpen. And he's got a little bit of sense of urgency as you don't know what's going on with Tyler Elbrecht.
Now the tying run at first. This game could easily turn with a crack of the bat, and they're going to get a pitch runner.
They're going to get a pitch. The Black Sox are going to get a pitch runner here as we see number 7, Dominic DeMauro. Dominic DeMaro's from York University. A little bit more speed on the corners. And it looks like Elbrecht is okay. He's back to towing the rubber. Here is Lucas Saxton, who's made a couple nice plays at short here in this ball game. Steps up to the plate with runners on the corners and one out. As DeMauro gets checked after he just got into the ball game.
He's got a blue glove.
It's a very noticeable blue glove. It's one of those sliding mitts. It kind of
Yeah.
looks like an oven mitt.
Yeah.
Looks like he's getting ready to pull some cookies out of the oven
Oh,
as he
there
gets
you go.
checked once again. As Elbrecht is really showing a lot of attention to DeMauro over there.
Well, I do not want him to pull things out of my oven because he's got a lot of dirt on that blue glove.
Luke Saxton gets the first pitch. It's in the dirt for ball one. Runners stay where they're at. DeMonte leads off a third. DeMauro leads off a first. One out here in the top of the fourth. Elbrecht,
Runner goes.
as DeMauro is off the throw. We see DeMonte come.
He got him.
Got him at second, but DeMonte comes home to score. So a double steal works to succession right there for the Black Sox as a small price to pay for salvation as DeMauro gets caught stealing, but DeMonte comes home to score, giving the Black Sox their first run of the ball game.
Great job to steal home. It did come at a cost, but nice job to easily cut the lead in half.
As now with no runners on, the tone of this at-bat kind of takes a different turn for Luke Saxton as he's got a 3-0 count here. 2 outs. 3-0 pitch for Saxton. He fouls that one back. That hits the roof of the press box right above us here. As it's interesting with 3-0, he had the green light.
Yeah.
The 3-1 pitch here. 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. We've got a full count. Good job by Tyler Elbrecht working back from 3-0, and he's made it a full count now at 3-2.
Working hard, especially getting a little banged up on that one play, and now approaching right around his 55th pitch.
The 3-2. 2 outs. Top of the fourth. The delivery from Elbrecht. It's in the dirt for, should be ball 4, but the umpire has not declared. Actually, now it is full count. I thought that was ball 4.
I thought that was ball 4, but I think the umpire might have
Umpire had a different count. We will do 3-2 once again as Lucas Saxton flies one in to shallow right center, and Nolan Chandler gets underneath that one. RailRiders get their lead cut into by the Black Sox after a successful double steal. 1 run on 1 hit. No runners left on base for the Black Sox, and the Black Sox now trail 1-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Welcome back as we go to the bottom of the fourth, and Miles Gardino leads things off here for the RailRiders. After we saw a successful double steal by the Black Sox in the top of the fourth. Alex, that was kind of a thing of beauty, even though DeMauro got out.
Yep, kind of satisfying thing to watch, though runner did get caught stealing. It did bring the runner home to make it a 2-1 ball game.
Miles Gardino flew out to the shortstop in his last at-bat, and he takes strike one low and inside. As it is a 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch in there for ball one, making the count 1-1.
1-1.
1-1 is in the dirt for ball two, making the count 2-1.
2-1 pitch.
The 2-1 pitch in there for strike two.
Oh, wait.
What?
What? Strike three.
And for strike, we are experiencing that is our apologies. We're experiencing confusion amongst the scores box up here.
We thought that was strike two.
I thought that was strike two.
But
as the first pitch
almost hits our cameraman.
down the right field line.
Two kids are trying to go get it to get some bubble gum.
As Kenneth Christensen, who has flashed the leather over there at third so far in this one, steps up to the plate here. He is 1 for 1, and he had a stolen base as he fouls that one back, pushing the count to 0-2. There's one out here in the bottom of the fourth. One out. The 0-2 count grounded on to short as Luke Saston corrals that one, throws a nice ball. A little out of reach for Mitch Baker, and that will be an error.
Not what you want.
As Kenneth Christensen flew down the line, Luke Saxton threw a ball a little too out of reach for Mitch Baker. I also got a report that there is a new pitcher on the bump for the Black Sox.
That's right.
Ex-Jackson Yeager gets his first appearance of the year. The first third baseman pitcher utility man from McCook Community College toes the bump for his first appearance of the year.
Not what you want if you're a Black Sox trying to get back into this game.
Christensen leads off of first. The ground ball up the middle. Saxton to Archer. Archer to Baker. The classic 6-4-3 double play gets the Black Sox out of the bottom of the fourth. No runs on no hits for the RailRiders in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth. Black Sox look to tie the ball game or take the lead right here on the CBLN. Welcome back to J.J. Isaacson Field. As you can see, a picture-perfect sunset setting over Seymour Smith.
Look at that.
As that is a thing of beauty here, as this is what makes summer nights in Omaha so special. As if that doesn't make you romantic about baseball, then I don't know what will. That is a thing of beauty here at Omaha, as we see a new catcher behind the plate here for the RailRiders. As we see Joshua Cuniff check in behind the plate from St. Charles Community College out of Cottleville, Missouri. He'll get his second appearance of the season behind the dish, and he'll be catching for Curtis Flint, the newly checked-in pitcher here for the RailRiders, Curtis Flint from Dakota State University, gets his second appearance of the season. Correction, same catcher for the RailRiders as Joshua kind of is behind the plate.
We saw some exchange between two catchers. We thought it was two guys exchanging. We apologize, but please forgive us.
That is our apologies. As we will see the leading off the top of the 5th inning, Caleb Horner, the outfielder from Midland University. Caleb Horner
had a walk, had a walk back in the second.
Had a walk back in the 2nd inning. Black Sox look to kind of corral back as they're down 1-2 here in the top of the 5th. It's Curtis Flint, the southpaw. As the first pitch is fouled in the dirt at home plate. We don't have a lot of southpaws here in the Cornbelt League, and Curtis Flint is one of the few southpaws. Like mentioned, Curtis Flint from Dakota State University. Curtis Flint has posted a 2.0 ERA, 3 strikeouts so far in his early 2023 campaign. The 0-1. Little bit low for ball 1, pushing the count to Snake Eyes at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Flint. Flint comes set. The delivery. Nice slider in there for strike 2. Beautiful break on that slider right there. That's a thing of beauty. That could really freeze hitters. That could freeze right-handed hitters. That can freeze left-handed hitters.
Sure can. Can confuse everybody going up all the way up to the majors or down in the Little League.
Caleb Horner gets the 1-2. He just fouls that one down at the plate, keeping the count right where it's at 1-2.
Black Sox looking to try and tie the game, perhaps even take the lead.
As Caleb Horner will take the 1-2 pitch once again. Off the plate, slider didn't have as much break, and it'll push the count to 2 apiece. 2-2's the count, no outs. RailRiders up 2-1 on the Black Sox here in the top of the 5th. It's been an eventful game, but if you look at the box score, 6 total hits and only 3 total runs.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of action going, but it's still a fun game. Beautiful night here and at J.J. Jackson's Field.
It's Curtis Flint. Call him Picasso, the way he's painting the corners right there for the strikeout, as that is the first out of the ball of the top of the 5th for the RailRiders.
Call him Picasso. Call him Picasso. Ethan McCormick. That best call of the night right there.
Curtis Flint with the nice slide on the outer part of the plate. It was a beautiful strikeout. We got 1 out here as the first pitch to Stenbach is in there for strike 1. Someone find that and clip that. The 0-1 from Flint to Stenbach is in the dirt and away for ball 1. 1-1, 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Black Sox have 1 run in the top of the 5th.
Well, talk about a plethora of ones.
Black Sox also have 1 error. 1-1 pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate, and Stenbach does not like that call. He shakes his head in disgust, but Curtis Flint enjoys that call.
Yeah.
As Curtis Flint gets ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. 1-2 on its way. Fouled straight back. Good job by Caben Stenbach on staying alive. The count will stay right here at 1-2. As we are happy you're tuning in here on the Cornbelt League Network on YouTube. Once again, we've experienced some technical difficulties.
It has gotten better over time.
As the 1-2 pitch is fouled down the third base line once again. Like Alex said, it has gotten better over time. We appreciate your patience. We appreciate you sticking around with us it'll be back to normal this Sunday for
It
our
sure
two
will.
games at 4 and 7 o'clock right back here on YouTube this Sunday. But we appreciate you guys sticking around as the 1-2 pitch away and down for ball 2, knotting the count up at 2-2. Got to give a huge shout out to our crew for working as hard as they have today. They deserve a huge shout out. I'll shout them out all individually here in a little bit. But the 2-2 pitch from Flint in the dirt and inside for ball 3. Good job by Stenbach on working back from 0-2 to a full count at 3-2.
Also, a shout out to Connor.
Yeah,
Our
Connor
PA
Shelton
guy.
has been doing great. Shout out to everyone involved today,
Oh,
as that is a nice crew cam, as
But,
you get an inside look on the press box. The full count pitch. Swung on and missed
Oh.
for strike 3. Stenbach was able to work back to full count, but Curtis Flint says, no, not today, and he gets his second strikeout of the inning, his 5th strikeout so far of the season, and the RailRiders mean business here in the top of the 5th.
well, how about that by Curtis Flint with two batters and 2 batters, then 2 easy strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Excellent start.
As Mitch Baker steps up to the plate, Mitch Baker swings on and cuts for strike 1. Mitch Baker had a single and a stolen base in his last at-bat in the top of the 3rd. Mitch Baker gets in rhythm, and Flint catches his stride. As Baker fouls that one and it hits the backstop, pushing the count to 0-2. Flint's been efficient. He's been able to work quick counts.
Sure has. You got to work hard with someone who's at a single here earlier tonight.
The 0-2 pitch. Stride, the delivery, swung on and missed. Curtis Flint goes 3 up, 3 down by himself, and the RailRiders get out of the inning. No runs, no hits. Do it all, Curtis Flint, and we go to the bottom of the 5th, and the RailRiders will get a chance to add on to their lead right here on the Cornbelt League Network. Welcome back to Seymour Smith as we enter the bottom of the 5th. Curtis Flint coming off of a dominant top of the 5th as he went 3 up, 3 down all by himself. 3 strikeouts for Curtis Flint. That's about as dominant as you can get.
Sure thing.
So we see a
Nolan Chandler, the second baseman,
as
had a single earlier.
as Yeager goes a little too far high and inside, and that'll give you a little bit of a oh crap moment if you're Nolan Chandler, as Jackson Yeager gets a little too far inside for ball 1. And he takes strike 1 right down the middle.
I think the Seymour Smith Park rules are double standard.
As Chandler does a good job of
That's
getting
fair.
that one down the line. That's a fair ball. He's rounding first with second on his mind, and he will get in there with a stand-up double. Nolan Chandler leads off the RailRiders with a stand-up double here in the bottom of the 5th.
Beautiful by Nolan Chandler. He's 2 for 2 today. That one perfectly hit right by the line, and it just gets in there on the left side. It is a fair ball, and the guy in scoring position with nobody out.
As we see number 22, Joshua Cuniff, the catcher from St. Charles Community College, step up to the plate after the Nolan Chandler leadoff first pitch double. as Yeager goes high and inside for ball one. Nolan Chandler gets a pretty good secondary lead at second base. As you can see, Cuniff on your screen takes the 1-0.
Shortstop and second baseman might pick off, but nope.
As the big cut from Cuniff almost swings out of his shoes, but comes up missing, and the count levels out at 1-1.
He wanted that pitch, but the express blew through.
1-1.
Oh.
Inside, almost hits Cuniff, but the umpire saw the late movement, calls it a strike anyway, and Yeager now works ahead to 1-2.
Moved his shoulder a little bit in order to get away from that, but umpire still calls it a strike.
1-2 is in the dirt. Good stop by Aaron Archer. So he comes up ready to fire, but does not have to, and it's 2-2. As runner on second, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Joshua Cuniff. Yeager the pitch. Outside and low as Cuniff is able to work the count to full at 3-2.
You could have grounded out earlier, and you would love a single here because a nice shot can.
As the
Yeah, that'll
3-2 payoff pitch swung on and missed by Cuniff, and Yeager gets his first strikeout of the ball game. That's a big first strikeout as we see the top of the order go back up for the RailRiders, and we'll see Peyton Blinn, the starting shortstop for the RailRiders. As Peyton Blinn is 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to left field. As Blinn hacks at that one high, straight back into the netting right in front of us for strike 1. We're kind of seeing a little bit of a defensive shift. The third baseman is playing the line. The shortstop is playing closer to the bag. And Peyton Blinn's couple hits he's had this year, he has pulled the ball. He doesn't go oppo a whole lot.
Yep.
As the 0-1 is right in there for strike 2.
Gotta be careful if you're the Black Sox. If Blinn were to get on base after this 0-2, gotta be careful because as we said countless times in this game, that he is speedy like everybody.
0-2. He kind of bunts it, pokes his bat out there, and stays alive at 0-2.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of swing was that. It would look like a bunt, look like somewhat like a check swing that caught some of the ball. Rolls foul, remains 0-2 with 1 out with a man on second.
As the
Oh.
0-2 is swung on and missed as Yeager climbs the ladder and gets his second strikeout of the inning. And we've got 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Could we see both pitchers go back-to-back innings with 3 strikes apiece?
That would be really, really crazy.
That would be something as Yeager looks to do that as Steven Matchin steps up to the plate. Matchin is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center and a walk. The walk came in his last at-bat, and he takes strike 1. As Matchin gets ready for the 0-1. Fouls that one down the right field line and out of play, pushing the count to 0-2. The
1 strike away from getting 3 straight strikeouts by 2 pitchers in 1 inning.
It's not something you see very often.
Nope.
It's the payoff pitch from Yeager. In the dirt. That's a good waste pitch on an 0-2. 1-2 is now the count. RailRiders, 4 hits so far in the ball game. Their 2 runs came in the bottom of the 2nd. After Nolan Chandler, as Nolan Chandler is off, and he is going to be in there with the stolen base. As that is his 2nd stolen base of the ball game, and he slides in for the stolen base of 3rd.
Well, great job by Aiden Eklund over at 3rd because that was kind of like a wide throw, and if that ball gets away, that could very well make it a 3-1 ball game. So great job just to haul it in even when it's offline.
Runner on third now. Nolan Chandler stands on third, leads off as Machen takes a ball high and at the chin for ball 3.
Just like that from 0-2 to 3-2.
I've seen a lot of those counts work so far in this game. Can't even remember how many times we've seen 0-2 to 3-2.
Yeah.
The full count pitch. Good job by staying alive by Machen. He stays alive.
You got to keep your heads up for foul balls like that.
Yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel when that ball leaves the ballpark, as safety is the number one concern. Full count. That ball is going to be down the right field line. That ball will drop into fair territory. Machen rounds first with 2 on his mind, and he will coast into second with the 2-out RBI double. Pushes the RailRiders lead to 3-1, and the RailRiders might be getting the insurance runs that they need here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, there you go, from 0-2 with 2 outs, easily after the stolen base, with it being 90 feet away, and the easy double just inside the right field line. And an easy double. It's 1 for 2 with a walk.
As we see a base knock gets lined straight back to Luke Saxton. 1 run on 1 hit for the RailRiders here in the bottom half of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th, and the Black Sox look to respond here on the Cornbelt League Network. What a night to be at the ballpark here at Seymour Smith and J.J. Isaacson Field as the RailRiders tack another one under their lead as they get a nice base hit there in the bottom of the 5th to push their lead to 3-1, as the Black Sox will send their 3 respective hitters here to the top of the 6th to try to knot things up. As we see Curtis Flint go back out there for his 2nd inning of relief work, and his last inning he dominated.
Yeah, sure did, with 3 strikes, 3 state. Oh my gosh.
3
strikeouts.
That's okay. Hey,
everybody's gonna make fun of me.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, big man. Happens to the best of us, you know.
I know. But 3 straight strikeouts right off the bat. No pun intended for him.
There you go. Zayden Eklund steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 0 with the walk in his last at-bat. The Black Sox look to utilize their bottom half of the lineup to the top to climb back from this 1-3 deficit. Flint in the dirt for ball 1. Flint from Dakota State University. Dakota State University is based out of Madison, South Dakota.
Oh, I see.
Respectable institution. As the 1-0 swung on, pushing the count to 1-1 as Curtis Flint brought the heat here on a hot summer day.
Aiden Eklund reached first base after base on balls.
The 1-1 from the southpaw. The nice slider in there for strike 2. Curtis Flint looks like he means business once again here in the top of the 6th. The 1-2 from Flint. Cannot catch the outside part of the plate, and that'll knot the count up at 2 apiece.
20 pitches so far for Flint.
Hasn't felt like that. I felt like Flint. I don't know. I felt like Flint's been a lot more efficient than that, but Flint nonetheless has been dominant.
Yeah, absolutely. And I might be just counting way too much on the scorebook.
The 2-2. Just
Oh.
misses high. That ball looked like it snuck in there for strike 3, but we will push the count to 3-2.
That just fell in there. I thought for sure it'd be rung up. Let's see how he'll do it here.
The full count payoff. In there for strike 3, and Curtis Flint and 4 batters has 4 strikeouts.
Wow.
And Curtis Flint continues to dominate out there for the RailRiders.
Excellent job by Curtis Flint. It looks like Aiden Eklund, all he can do is just go back to the dugout and shake his head, and it's unfortunate for him. But for Flint, oh boy, he's on a roll.
Flint's been utilizing a 3-pitch mix, and it has been unhittable so far. As the first pitch of the at-bat is in there for strike 1. As Curtis Flint, the southpaw, has been dealing a full deck of cards to these Black Sox hitters. As a foul ball down the right field line, and the first base coach cannot make the play, and he throws an absolute laser back to the pitcher.
Wow.
The first base coach threw an absolute laser back to the pitcher. That'd be Peyton Stockwell, the assistant coach for
He has an
the
arm.
Black Sox. As the third pitch is just misses. That did not look like it missed by much, as the count is now 1-2.
Some of the guys out there screaming like it should have been strike 3.
Robert Archer gets ready for the 1-2. Just misses outside, and Robert Archer went from 0-2 to 2-2. Curtis Flint has an electric breaking ball. That has a ton of bite to it. 2-2. In there for strike 3. It took 3 attempts, but Curtis Flint, 5 batters, 5 strikeouts, and Curtis Flint is electric out there on the mound.
Sure is. He's been playing out of his mind here tonight. Coming in after the starting pitcher and just out here playing, just doing what he does best.
Curtis Flint,
And now R.J. Gunderson up the bat, who's struck out the past 2 times.
leadoff hitter, R.J. Gunderson, takes strike 1. And you can hear the RailRiders dugout chirping away as
They're happy.
they know Flint is dominating out there. The 0-1 from Flint to R.J. R.J. grounds this one down the third base line. Christensen has a chance. Glove to hand transition. It's a thing of beauty. Quite the play from Knick Christensen. The 5-3 ground out gets the RailRiders out of the inning. 6 up, 6 down for Curtis Flint. And we go down to the bottom of the 6th. RailRiders up 3-1 right here on the Cornbelt League Network. Welcome back to the Cornbelt League Network. If you're just now tuning in, the RailRiders up 3-1 on the Black Sox here in the bottom of the 6th, and we'll see Max Torres step up to the plate here for the RailRiders. As Yeager goes out for his 3rd inning of relief work. Both relief pitchers have been great so far here in this one.
I can agree.
As Torres is ahead in the count 2-0. As that will be lined into center field for the nice leadoff knock for Max Torres. That's a great way to start the inning for the RailRiders.
Trying to preserve this lead. All they can do is just increase it. They'd love to see that before they head to the 7th.
As Torres with the nice leadoff single, he'll lead off of first. And we will see Chiprez step up to the plate for his 3rd AB of the game. The 0-1 pitch. As Torres is off and running, and he'll be in there for the stolen base. Nice throw from Aaron Archer, but not quite in time as Torres gets his stolen base added to his ledger.
Nice shot. The ball was in the dirt. That was a perfect pitch to steal a base on. You know, that's actually a pretty close throw, but still.
As the pitch is away, and the count will be 2-1. Chiprez gets ready for the 2-1. The delivery. Fouled straight back into the backstop, tying the count at 2 apiece. Quite the ball game we've had here today. We've seen just about everything. We've seen great hitting. We've seen pitching dominance. We've seen the leather being flashed a couple times as that pitch is in there for ball 3. As Yeager gets ready to deliver the full count payoff. The delivery. Misses outside. Gets away from Archer, and Torres will advance 90 feet to 3rd, and Chiprez gets the nice 6-pitch walk.
Wow.
We got runners on the corners here with no outs. And the RailRiders can continue to add some insurance runs.
Well, if you watch Major League Baseball, my Royals lost again to the Marlins 6-1.
What's new?
And your Cardinals, I don't know.
Miles Gardino steps up to the plate, takes strike 1 outside.
Cardinals are currently trailing the Rangers 6-4, top of the 8th.
Oh, yeah, we stink. Cardinals, they don't deserve to win another game.
It's okay, you're not the A's.
That's true. As Miles Gardino chops at that one will drop, and a run will come across to score. Nice piece of hitting by Miles Gardino. Goes a little Oppo Taco action with it, and that will add some insurance runs to the RailRiders ledger.
Taco what?
Oppo Taco. That's an Oppo Taco.
I don't know baseball as well as you three, but as you, Ethan, but I think that's like a term that I've never heard before.
Oppo Taco is when a player goes Oppo Taco. As we see another base knock and rounding 3rd, coming home full head of steam, and he's going to be held at 3rd.
Wise choice.
As we've got bases loaded now. As it was a full head of steam.
Wow. Off 1 pitch.
Those types of plays, it's kind of hard to stop. You got a full head of steam. I mean, it's kind of hard to slam on the brakes that quickly. As Troy Flowers steps up to the plate.
That throw was coming in hot. I do agree with him. Parking at 3rd with nobody out.
Troy Flowers takes strike 1 away. As we've got someone warming up in the Black Sox bullpen. It's going to be number 20, Tyler Dunham. Troy Flowers gets the 0-1 in the dirt for ball 1. Chipres leads off third. Gardano leads off at second. Christensen leads off at third. And Troy Flowers can do some damage here with bases loaded and no outs. As Flowers hacks at that one, fouls it straight back. Count will be 1-2.
Flowers 0 for 1, and he got hit by a pitch back in the second, so trying to get on base for the second time today.
As the payoff pitch for Yeager just misses outside. Count stands at 2-2. 9:40 local time, and Black Sox and RailRiders are in the bottom of the sixth, and RailRiders are up 4-1. It's a ground ball up the middle. Saxton Archer over to Baker. Good job playing that as Baker. A run does come across the score. That's going to be a classic 6-4-3 double play. But Chipres does come across the score for the RailRiders, and the lead stretches to 5-1.
That's the second, fourth, six. That is the second 6-4-3 that has happened for Troy Flowers, and that's what you needed to get only one runner on third for the Black Sox, but yeah, it still scores a run.
As we see number 13 for the RailRiders, Nolan Chandler, who has had quite the day, had an RBI single that broke it open for the RailRiders in the bottom of the second. As he takes the 0-1, grounded to third. Eklund gets it, glove to hand transition, a little off the bag. Good job by Mitch Baker on keeping his foot on the bag, and the Black Sox get out of this one. RailRiders get 2 runs on 3 hits. 2 runners left on base for the RailRiders, and we go to the top of the 7th, and the Black Sox have 3 outs to tie this game or take the lead right here on the Cornbelt League Network. Welcome back to Seymour Smith, top of the 7th, and the RailRiders bring out a new pitcher to close this one out. Nicholas Mersek comes in the ballgame. The young right-handed pitcher from York University is making his second appearance of the season. He's got 5 innings of work underneath his belt, and he's faced 21 batters. He's allowed 4 hits, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, posting a 1 whip and a 1.40 ERA. As Mersek looks to close out the Black Sox here in the top of the 7th. RailRiders have posted 8 hits, 5 runs, no errors.
Well, Black Sox, this is their last chance to try and get things going, perhaps maybe tie it or even take the lead. We saw a little comeback in our game earlier between the Filth Ballers and the Royal Blue Dogs, and it was 5-0 going to the 7th inning, and it ended up being 5-3. So anything can happen here at Seymour Smith Park, but the RailRiders are 3 outs away from being 2-1.
Leading off for the Black Sox in the top of the 7th, number 15, Dylan Novotny will lead things off here for the Black Sox.
Novotny 0 for 2, grounded out, and then a strikeout in the first and fourth inning.
So he takes ball
Whoa.
1 high. Little sweet chin music. 1-0. Fast-moving game. The pace has been pretty quick. As we are about at the hour 45-minute mark here in the top of the 7th. Ball.
Ooh, nope.
The
that
second
is
pitch in the at-bat is outside, but it is called a strike for strike 1.
Well, there we go. There's that for strike 2.
1-2 the count here.
Our next broadcast would be on
Sunday. Correct.
Until then, I'll be watching regional college baseball.
As Dylan Novotny fights off the 1-2 out of play, staying alive. Mercek threw the 1-2 breaking ball, but Novotny did a good job of battling it off.
Regional college baseball starts Friday.
Correct. 1-2 outside. Knocks the count up at 2 apiece, 2-2. The lights are shining here at Seymour Smith at J.J. Isaacson Field.
Shows it's a great night for baseball.
The 2-2 is high, and the count has been worked full at 3-2. The full count pitch ready from Mercek. The delivery. Off the plate, nice walk for Dylan Novotny. Works the 6-pitch walk, and Novotny and the Black Sox have a runner on here in the top of the 7th.
Well, that's one step to possibly get back in this game. Get a man on first with nobody out, and here comes the pink bat.
The pink bat. And Nick DeMonte. Nick DeMonte's also had himself a nice game. As he takes the first pitch of the at-bat inside for ball 1. As the Black Sox have Dylan Novotny leading off of first. The 1-0 on its way. High and away for ball 2. As the Black Sox look to chip away here, they've got 3 outs left to tie, if not take the lead here in the top of the 7th.
Oh.
As Nabonte has to duck out of the way of that pitch, as it came head hunting straight for DeMonte, and Mercek falls behind quickly, 3-0. DeMonte got to keep his head on a swivel in there. The 3-0. High for ball 4. Back-to-back walks given up by Mercek. And the Black Sox have runners on second and first here with no outs.
Two straight walks, and they're going to congregate about this one.
They're going to have a quick planned meeting out on the mound. It's a quick how you do out there on the grass mound or on the dirt mound. As we will see number 33, Aaron Archer, step up to the plate. Runners on first and second as Archer takes strike 1 in there. Counts 0-1. Novotny off a second, DeMonte off a first. Mercek working quickly here in the top of the 7th. As Archer just gets a piece of that one, and it'll push the count to 0-2.
For those who, earlier today over at Iowa Western, the Crop Dusters beat the Bombers 6-5, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was. with the 0-2. Strike 3.
It's a nice payoff pitch from Mercek. Catches Aaron Archer looking for strike 3, and the RailRiders get the much-needed first out of the top of the 7th.
Now batting, the shortstop from Ellsworth Community College, number 19.
The Ellsworth Community College product, Luke Saxton, will step up to the plate.
What was the score from the crop testers game? 8-3. Oh, the crop testers game, 8-7. 8-7.
As the Mercek steps off and looks back Novotny at second. His defense wasn't quite ready for him back there. Mercek gets ready to deliver the 0-0. The 0-0. Gets away from Flowers, and Novotny and DeMonte will move up 90 feet respectively, and runners in scoring position here for the Black Sox. They're right where Luke Saxton wants them.
Well, there you go. Off a wild pitch. Gets over. Runners advance 90 feet, as you said. Well,
see if Luke Saxton can close the gap here for the Black Sox. The pitch is away for ball 2. Good stop by Troy Flowers, keeping that one in front of him and not hitting the backstop.
Yep, that was fastball right up in the high corner. That almost got away. Great job by Flowers to put the brakes on that one.
Saxton gets the 2-ball, no strike pitch. Nice curveball in there for strike 1. That's a beauty of a pitch on a 2-0 count. Nice break to it. That's a pitcher's dream watching that pitch. A hitter's worst nightmare. As Mercek gets the sign, confirms the pitch off the beaten path, but Troy Flowers does a good job of corralling that one. We've got a 3-1 count here with 1 out.
Saxton, he didn't get on first with a walk, followed by a fly out from the second baseman.
The 3-1. High for ball 4. Nice at bat from Luke Saxton as Mercek walks Saxton to load the bases here. As we see the head coach for the RailRiders, Jonathan Francisco, go out there to talk to his pitcher.
Well, we have 3 walks this inning. It did have a strikeout earlier, but not ideal.
Most definitely.
We're going to talk about this.
They're probably out there. I don't know. If I'm out there, I'm talking about where we want to get dinner. Hey, like, is Outback Steakhouse open at this time of the night, or we hitting the Mickey D's?
Now you're making me hungry.
Hey, I could go for a fat Big Mac. A big, juicy Big Mac right here on my computer, and I'm a happy man.
Taylor, get this, clip this.
You know what could be a happy man is Mercek if he could get out of this inning with no damage done.
And then they could go get a Big Mac.
As he delivers a beauty of a curveball in there for strike 1. I'm sure Big Mac's on the house if they can close out this win here. The 0-1 pitch. Novotny leading off at third. As Caleb Horner grounds it to third, and all Christensen can do is throw that on the first. Nice play by Christensen. A run does come across the score. Black Sox now down 3, 2-5, but there are 2 outs.
5-3 or 6-3?
Now batting, the extra hitter.
That's going to be scored a 5-3 ground out. As Christensen flashed the leather at the hot corner.
Yeah, it is 5-2.
As takes ball 1 high. Caben Steinbach from Newman University, based out of the MIAA, the Mid International Collegiate Conference. As he takes the pitch off the shoulder. That's a ringer. That's a stinger ringer on your finger if you're Stenbach.
Clip that, Taylor. Well, now here we go with the tying run aboard up at first.
The tying run on first base, the winning run at the plate for Mitch Baker. As the pitch is swung on and missed, Mitch Baker wanted all of that ball if that would have connected. He wanted to put the Black Sox ahead with that swing as the 0-1 pitch is outside for ball one.
Mitchell Baker.
Creeping up on 2 hours of game time here as we are in the top of the seventh. The 1-1 is swung on and missed by Mitch Baker, and the Black Sox are down to their final strike here as Mitch Baker looks to keep the Black Sox hopes alive here in their second game of the season.
He did get one hit earlier, but can they prevail?
1-2. Called strike three on the corner as Nick Mersek gets rid of the worries for the RailRiders as the Black Sox get one run on one hit, 3 men left on base, and that'll do it here for the RailRiders and the Black Sox here at Seymour Smith. RailRiders get the nice 5-2 win over the Black Sox. The RailRiders move to 2-1 on the year, and the Black Sox move to 0-2 on the season. As we will be right back with the game recap, we will get you on your way here on a beautiful Tuesday night here from Seymour Smith. We'll be right back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the little post-game show here on the Cornbelt League Network. The RailRiders get a nice 5-2 win over the Black Sox. The RailRiders tallied 8 hits, no errors on 5 runs, and we saw a dominant outing from Curtis Flint.
Oh, yeah.
Great hitting from Nolan Chandler. And Nolan Chandler is actually our player of the game. We'll have him up here in a little bit for a little post-game interview. But
Sure will.
what did you see from the RailRiders out there that kind of really propelled them to this nice 5-2 win that gave them their second win of the year?
Well, it sure felt nice for the RailRiders as 5 runs come in off of 8 hits, and they've just been rolling throughout the game. It took a while for them to get their first hit, but after that, just simply was in cruise mode. I have to say, a great pitching outing as well, because after one relief came in and played the game with 5 straight strikeouts on 1 point, so it was lights out by everyone on the field and high fives all around.
For sure. Next up for the RailRiders, they'll got the Omaha Filth Ballers here at Seymour Smith on Thursday, and then the Black Sox will take on the Omaha Royal Blue Dogs here at Seymour Smith. We'll be right back with your player of the game interview with Nolan Chandler right here on the Cornbelt League Network. RailRiders get a big 5-2 win here at Seymour Smith, and I'm with Nolan Chandler. Nolan Chandler went 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. Nolan, you were seeing the ball pretty well out there today. How does a game like this kind of propel you for the rest of the season?
You know, going 2 for 3 after yesterday, I went 0 for 2 with 2 Ks and a walk, you know, just leading off what today and bringing the next game, the game after that, just getting hits.
So the RailRiders moved to 2-1 after this win. How can a game like this kind of set the expectations for the kind of the grind of the rest of the season?
I mean, our pitchers pitched great. You know, we have 0 errors up there, only 3 hits. I mean, they were just dealing, and we were there right behind them, you know, playing a clean game. That's all we need. Just great defense.
Pitching staff came in and dominated today. Curtis Flint came in, relief pitching was amazing. How do your pitchers kind of set you guys up there out in the field, and how do your pitchers kind of give you guys that motivation to keep going?
I mean, they were just humming in strikes, giving them dirty pitches. I mean, right there, staying calm and collected when they wouldn't get their call right. So, you know, when you got people throwing strikes, you can expect ground balls, pop flies, stuff to happen, just getting outs.
I can hear you chirping a lot from up here. You guys pretty communicative down there?
Oh, yeah. We're already a tight team. I mean, basically 2 weeks in, you know, just me and everybody. We're tight. You know, we got kids from all over, a lot from California, Indiana. I mean, we're a really great team right now, and we get along very well.
Sweet. Well, appreciate you joining us up here. Congrats on the big game. Can't wait to watch you for the rest of the season. RailRiders get a big 5-2 win here over the Black Sox. This has been a presentation of Cornbelt League Baseball right here on the Cornbelt League Network. All right, you're all good. Appreciate it.